Generation Zap is the 45th episode of the first season of Sabrina the Animated Series, and as always, there will be some spoilers as I talk about what happens, but I won't go through every aspect of the episode. And this one has a pretty good message about walking a mile in somebody else's shoes and really experiencing their life before you judge them. This is because Enchantra comes to visit. Enchantra is not a very nice person, and Sabrina wishes that she could experience her life while she's holding on to this magic gem that Salem had. And that's what happens. They swap bodies, but they keep their own personalities. So Sabrina is still Sabrina, but in Enchantra's body. And she has her own voice as well, which is really great fun to see Sabrina, the character, but with Enchantra's voice and vice versa. I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it worked quite well. I rather enjoyed that. And the scenes where Sabrina has to live Enchantra's life, honestly, I didn't care for them. I didn't think they were that interesting, though Salem does have a role to play in those scenes, which I thought was quite cute, so they weren't all bad. But the bit that interested me the most was when Enchantra had to go to Sabrina's school and be Sabrina. And I thought that was very interesting. And obviously, the whole point is to show that even though they are very different people with very different lives, it doesn't mean the other person has it easier. And I think it's a really great message and something that anybody of any age can do well to remember. The only thing I didn't like is that Hilda and Zelda didn't really seem to realize that it wasn't Sabrina. They just thought it was Sabrina putting on Enchantra's voice, and they never really questioned her change in behavior. Considering they're witches, their first thought should always be, this is strange, has something magical happened? But they just kind of didn't really pick up on that, which I thought was not necessarily the most believable. But in general, I thought it was a good episode, an interesting narrative, definitely interesting to see or hear Sabrina talking like Enchantra and vice versa. As I said, the scenes where Sabrina was being Enchantra were maybe not the most interesting, but Salem definitely helped. And Enchantra living Sabrina's life, definitely my favourite part. So, all things considered, it's not too bad. I thought Generation Zap was a fun story with some nice messages.